Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Williams here in the UK. Today, we're exploring a surprising reason many people suffer heart attacks, even if their cholesterol numbers are perfect.
Most of us have been told to focus on cholesterol to protect our hearts. But what if the real danger has been hiding in plain sight all along?
Statins. I'm Dr. Sarah Williams, and after years of cardiology practice, I've seen countless patients with normal cholesterol. In this video, I'll explain what really damages your arteries, how to spot it early, and what you can do to protect your heart before it's too late.
I'm about to share something that may surprise you. For the past 50 years, we've been told cholesterol is the enemy. Lower your cholesterol, prevent heart attacks, we were advised. So, we avoided eggs, took statins, and constantly monitored LDL numbers. But here's the reality nobody talks about. Half of all heart attacks occur in people with normal cholesterol. Half. Meanwhile, some individuals with high cholesterol never experience heart problems. Something else is triggering these events, something more dangerous than cholesterol, and it's been overlooked for decades. I'm Dr. Claire Whitmore. After 20 years as a cardiologist, I've seen this pattern repeatedly. Patients arrive with perfect cholesterol, following low-fat diets and taking statins diligently. Then, unexpectedly, they suffer massive heart attacks. Everyone assumes their heart is safe because cholesterol is normal, but we were looking at the wrong culprit. The real danger has been silently damaging arteries the whole time. The true villain isn't cholesterol, it's inflammation. Chronic inflammation in your blood vessels transforms cholesterol from harmless to dangerous. In healthy arteries, cholesterol circulates without causing issues. But when your arteries are inflamed, cholesterol infiltrates damaged walls, forms unstable plaques, triggers blood clots, and sparks heart attacks. This is the information the pharmaceutical industry rarely highlights. If inflammation is the main problem, then statins alone aren't sufficient. By the end of this video, you'll understand why inflammation is more critical than cholesterol, how to check if your arteries are inflamed, and what actionable steps can protect your heart. This isn't theory, it's cutting-edge cardiology that can save lives. Consider David. At 65, he was a retired engineer who monitored his health carefully. His cholesterol readings were perfect. Total cholesterol 160, LDL 85. His doctor congratulated him. Your heart is protected. David felt confident. He was doing everything right. Then one morning he experienced crushing chest pain while reading the newspaper. His wife called 911, and by the time he reached the hospital, he was having a massive heart attack. Emergency catheterization revealed a 95% blocked artery. A stent was placed immediately, saving his life. The mystery? David's cholesterol was perfect. How could someone with an LDL of 85 have such a severe blockage? The answer was revealed in a test no one had previously conducted. His CRP, a marker of inflammation, was 9.2, very high. His arteries had been inflamed for years, allowing cholesterol to accumulate despite normal numbers. Here's how it works. Cholesterol doesn't randomly stick to artery walls, it needs a reason. That reason is inflammation. Inflamed arteries become sticky, letting cholesterol particles penetrate. The immune system responds by sending white blood cells to clean up the buildup. But in inflamed vessels, this process fails. White blood cells absorb cholesterol, die, and form foam cells, which create unstable plaques. This explains why people with normal cholesterol still have heart attacks. Their arteries are inflamed. Conversely, some with high cholesterol never suffer heart problems because their arteries aren't inflamed. The key factor isn't cholesterol, it's the presence of inflammation. Now, let's consider Margaret. At 72, she had high cholesterol, total 240, LDL 150. Her doctor insisted she start a statin immediately. Margaret hesitated, concerned about side effects. She sought a second opinion. Tests revealed her CRP was 0.8, very low, indicating minimal inflammation. Particle analysis showed mostly large, harmless LDL particles. Her coronary calcium score was 0. Despite high cholesterol, her arteries were healthy. I advised against statins. 10 years later, at 82, Margaret remains heart-healthy without medication. Research supports these cases. The Framingham Heart Study found that after age 70, high cholesterol does not predict increased mortality. What does? Inflammation markers like CRP. Multiple studies, including the Jupiter trial, confirm this. In the trial, 18,000 participants with normal cholesterol but elevated CRP were studied. Half received statins, half a placebo. The statin group had 44% fewer cardiovascular events, not primarily because cholesterol was lowered, but because statins reduce inflammation. Statins primarily work through anti-inflammatory effects, not cholesterol reduction. This explains why some people benefit from statins even with minimal cholesterol changes, while others see lowered cholesterol but still experience heart attacks due to persistent inflammation. Robert's story illustrates what drives inflammation. At 68, his cholesterol was normal, but his CRP was 7.8, high. He was overweight, ate a diet high in refined carbs and sugar, and rarely exercised. Excess belly fat produced inflammatory chemicals. Each meal triggered spikes in blood sugar, and lack of exercise prevented natural anti-inflammatory processes. His arteries were deteriorating despite normal cholesterol. By changing his diet, eliminating refined carbs, increasing vegetables and omega-3 fats, and incorporating daily exercise, Robert lost 38 pounds in 8 months. His CRP dropped to 1.9. His cholesterol barely changed, but his heart attack risk plummeted because inflammation was under control. Patricia asked a common question. If inflammation is the real problem, why do doctors focus on cholesterol? The truth: medicine is slow to adapt. For decades, the cholesterol hypothesis dominated. Guidelines, pharmaceutical marketing, and insurance metrics reinforced this. But science has progressed. Inflammation is the driver, cholesterol is secondary. Statins still have value. They reduce inflammation and stabilize plaques, especially for high-risk patients. However, prescribing them based solely on cholesterol is outdated. Treating the number instead of the disease misses the bigger threat. Thomas's case highlights the solution. At 74, post-heart attack, his cholesterol was well controlled on a statin, but his CRP remained elevated at 5.1. Lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, omega-3 supplementation, lowered his CRP to 1.8. Now, both cholesterol and inflammation were controlled, dramatically reducing his risk of another heart attack.